Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, guys. Celtic Warband here, and today I am bringing you another 2 vs 1 siege in Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD. Again, you guys know my feelings on 2 vs 1 sieges. It's pretty impossible for the defender to win, but this player put up an excellent fight. I think for this 2 vs 1 siege, it's a 45-minute battle, so he really gave it his all. And you guys don't know. He could have won. I'm not going to tell you. We'll find out at the end of the battle. So let's go ahead and take a look at the army compositions very quickly. You can see that 2 of the units from the defender, who is playing as the County of Toulouse, they are going to mount this defense against the Kievan Rus, who is already pouring some westernized infantry onto the walls. So let's take a look at Kievan Rus over here first. So he's got westernized infantry. He has 1 bombard. He has a catapult with ammo, completely full ammo there. He's got some dismounted northern boyars, some vityas. Then behind here he's got some birdish axemen, my favorite unit in the game. He's actually bringing quite a bit of them, 4 units looks like. And then for his archer force, he's got some Devor, very, very elite. And he's got some dismounted northern boyars as well. And these guys just look awesome. Their shields look so cool. He's got some more dismounted boyars over here. He's got some Sudal spearmen, and he's got the Khan's Guard. And for some reason, he's got a westernized infantry over here as well. For myself, I am playing as the Holy Roman Empire. And I've got 4 units of Hanseatic infantry. This is usually my go-to crossbow infantry. They can form shield wall, and they're very, very versatile. They're kind of like Pavi's spearmen because they do have some good shields and they're decent in melee. And then on my siege towers, I've got 6 units, I believe, of Assuldner of the late period. And then I have 2 units of Imperial Ritter. These guys just look amazing. I love the Holy Roman Empire for their units. They just look so epic. And then I've got my general back here, the Emperor's Hairchild. Got some more Assuldner here. I brought 1 bombard. I might have... Do I have 6 units or 8 units? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, I have 8 units of Assaultner, sorry. And then my cream of the crop, my elite of the elite, I've got 4 units of these dismounted Ritter of the late period. They just look amazing. I love this guy with the sigil on his coat there on the front. Looks really, really cool. But enough of that. We'll see them more in the battle. I'm pushing forwards to the gate. I've got my Assaultner breaking down the gate. My siege towers are moving to the walls. Let's take a look at the County of Toulouse. So like I said, he's got 2 units of Militates Grigari over here. And he's got some more over here. I think he has 4 or 5 in total. And then he's brought 4 units of the Scutafari Cathari, which I'm quickly realizing to be one of the most sturdy spear units in the game. I think the Hungarian Paviziers might be a little bit more elite, but these guys are a close second, and you will see that in this battle. And he's got some more of the spears and halberds up here, and then he's got 2 units of Ballistariae. And he's got 3 units of Milites Perfecti, and 2 units of Milites Grigari up here. And he has some archers as well, some Free Company longbowmen. And his general is back here, Raymond VI, Count of Toulouse. So yeah, a 46-minute battle here. Very, very nice. I'm going to go ahead and put it on play here, just so we can kind of get our men to the walls a little bit quicker. Here comes my Assaultner. Moving forwards. Very, very awesome. I think the siege equipment that was destroyed is the my battering ram. But I'm not going to charge them in yet, just because I don't want to take losses to the oil, because the gatehouse is still in the County of Toulouse's possession. So I'm going to move my units off the walls, my Assaultner, to take the gatehouse first, and then I can push the rest of my units in. But I've got a couple of units coming over here. And I'm going to push up my crossbows as well, because I want to get them in range to start picking apart these very elite Milites Gregari. If we turn off the HUD here, you can see, you know, them seeing the elite Holy Roman Empire infantry pushing down off the siege towers. There's no going back now. There's no escape. I think both of the gates are covered now, so it's not like anybody can slip out the back way. But over here, let's see how Kievan Rus is doing. It looks like he broke down a section of the wall. He's pushing in some dismounted northern boyars to try to take on these Milites Gregari. But they are doing exceptionally well against this westernized infantry. Let's get down into the fight here. Yeah, this westernized infantry is getting torn apart here by the Milites Gregari. The halberds just do such a good job against infantry. Oh. Oh, knocking a few of them down, though. Let's see how this other unit is doing. Yeah, they're starting to waver as well. And here we go. I've set up my Ossoldner and put them into shield wall, and the County of Toulouse is pushed forwards as Milites Gregari. But the problem is that he's exposed his flank to my crossbows now, so I can just kind of pick them apart at my leisure. And I'm not going to be getting too much friendly fire as well, just because I'm mostly firing from behind if we look at my crossbow positions. We zoom out over here. Yeah, you can see the two units are here. Actually, I will move them over. Yeah, there I go. I will move them over because actually in the position that they were right now, they will be getting some friendly fire. As you can see, my Ossoldner have already lost 40 men. But at the trade of this very, very expensive halberd unit, that's not too bad. Oh, yeah, you can see the crossbows just pouring down. But they are carving through my unit, even these very elite Ossoldner. I'm sure that they will break very, very soon, though. Oh. Yeah, there they go. So I've broken that unit pretty successfully. My Ossoldner still have about half strength, but they are shaken. And over here, I was able to flank around, so hopefully I can, you know, save some of my fellow Kievan Rus infantry. Looks like he's got some westernized infantry into the back of this unit here, so that's a good play. But just like that, just in time, the westernized infantry break. So now this Milites Gregari, they aren't going to have the penalty by being attacked on two flanks. So now my Ossoldner have their work cut out for them because these Milites Gregari, they have their backs to the walls, so they're going to be quite protected. There they go. They're going to start moving down to take part in my demise. I was really hoping that my ally would push forward some of his infantry up the siege tower to be able to kind of flank around them again. But over here, this unit is getting pretty depleted. This unit has come back from routing, but I'm going to follow it with some of my Ossoldner there as well. And I'm already moving forwards towards the town center. I'm starting to capture some of these points here that are held by the enemy. That will decrease the morale of the County of Toulouse, which is really what we need. I forgot to show you guys the man count. So we started out with 3,900 men to 2,000, so we have almost a 2,000 man advantage. So far we've killed just under 300, and he's killed about 400. So he's on the right track, that's for sure. Yeah, you can see these Milites Grigari, they're just holding strong. And even this unit over here, it's like just starting to waver, but it's already done quite a bit of damage to a lot of Kievan Rus's infantry. But yeah, at this point, since I've captured the gate, I'm going to move all of my men inside the city. So you can see that there's nothing for myself left outside. And let's just take a look at this final defense that the County of Toulouse has held. So he's got his 2 units of Scutafari Cathari, or Scutafuri Cathari, I should say. Then he's got some Ballistariae in some prime positions to get some firing down onto my men. He's got a couple of units of Milites Perfecti, 3 units. He's got 3 units of Milites Grigari. He's got some archers, more Scutafuri Cathari over here, and his general. So he's definitely got an infantry presence. He's only got 2 choke points that he has to defend at this point. So as you can see, it's not like Cath. There's no other way to attack from behind. So it's basically just this choke point here, and then the choke point which I will be attacking from up this very steep ramp. I really like this city. I had actually never fought in it until this battle, and I really like this kind of like little military fort like training ground. And he's got a perfect position with his archers, because as the Kievan Rus is going to be attacking this flank, all of his men are going to be exposed to flanking archer fire. So that's a really nice touch.
Enemy troops are at the walls.
And you can see this Toulouse player, he's being very smart. What he really wants us to do is to funnel all of our men in between these spears, so that he can kind of sandwich us and then still get the flanking fire with his archers. So he's trying to utilize a 2-pronged assault here. But it looks like we got some of the westernized infantry already moving forwards. Let's jump into them. Oh, looks like he's just going to go into shield wall. I think he realizes that that is definitely a trap. And at this point, the Toulouse player realizes that it's not going to work, so you can see that he's pulling back his spears. I can hear some of the archer fire coming in, though. Yep, starting to pepper these westernized infantry. Oh, even the archers are in range now as well. I would actually try to charge these spear units as they're kind of out of position. Oh, look at the archer fire coming in now. That'd be a terrifying sight for sure. I've only lost 4 units though, but unfortunately he kind of let those spears escape. I would have really charged into the backs of them. That way they wouldn't have been able to form spear wall. But I understand that he's being cautious for a reason, so... So now I've got my Hanseatic infantry over here, and I'm starting to fire all the way up here against that Scutafuri Cathari. So you can see I've kind of got a little bit of an angle, but not really. He's deployed them back in the V for Victory formation, which is good, and that also keeps them from being, you know, targets for infantry. What I did, I actually forgot to show you this, but it was a really nice. I used my bombard crew and actually captured this gate and effectively destroyed both of these towers, and the bombard crew didn't even rout. So now I don't really have any other use for them, so I'm kind of hoping he's going to waste some of his archer ammo on them. You can see that they're already starting to waver, and yes, he is wasting his ammo, which is good for me. I love it when players waste ammo on bombard crews or artillery crews.
Attack them! Get the banners!
But that is just such a nice shot with the towers in the distance. You got the Scutafuri Cathari kind of set up to hold strong. I did fire my crossbows into these spears, but it was pretty much useless. Like, it was just an iron wall. Like, I think let's see, I've fired probably 2 or 3 volleys from both of these units, and I've killed 1 on this one and 3 on this one. So it's really not even worth it. I think I eventually do try to just focus down his Ballistariae instead. But it looks like my ally, he's got some of his dismounted Boyar sons up here to try to fire. I don't know if he's firing into the Scutafuri Cathari, but it's not a bad idea. The only reason being is because his units are kind of protected a little bit because they're lower down. But he's committing more of his depleted westernized infantry into this one spear unit. Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's actually firing in on the Scutafuri Cathari. But he is getting a bit of friendly fire as well. And actually, I think that's the County of Toulouse's archers are getting some good rear fire. It looks like a couple of the units are already starting to break. Yeah, there are a lot of them starting to waver. But my ally, he's got his catapult, so he's firing into these Free Company longbowmen and Ballistariae with his catapult. I wouldn't really be focusing the archers. If I had the catapult, I'd be focusing these 3 units over here. But it's possible that they're not in view, so you can't really see them, so you can't fire on them. Yeah, not even halfway done this battle. Let's again take a look at these stats here. So he's killed about 600 of us. We've killed 450 of him. So he's definitely on the right track. It's just we start with so many more units than he does to begin with. Yeah, I think he's trying to fire on this spear unit now. My Assaultner, they are back from fighting the Milites Gregari. You can see that one of the units is shaken already just from taking such a beating. Let's watch the catapult firing here. Fire. There we go. Nowhere on the battlefield are the cheers louder than the catapult crew firing the flaming rounds.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Looks like the archers are not doing too bad against these crossbows, though. Boyar Sons really depleting the Ballistariae, which is nice to see. He has another unit of dismounted Boyar Sons over here as well. Alright, at this point I brought up some Maya Soldner, and they had a Pila that they could throw. So they threw their Pila, but again, really not getting any kills. And I'm getting fired upon pretty heavily. Ooh. So I'm sending my bombard crew to attack. I don't really have any more use for them. This brave soldier just charged the lines all alone. He's already breaking, though. Yeah, there they go. That's it. Oh, this guy just gets knocked down and then gutted. But yes, here come my Assaultners, so we finally engaged in the battle. I realized that, you know, sitting back and firing on these units is just not going to get anything done, so I had to commit. And I think I do bring up a unit of halberds very, very soon as well to help out. So yeah, I do have a lot of reserves, which is good. Yes, and here comes one of my units of dismounted Ritter. We're going to send them into the battle to support my swords. Over on this side, it's a little more calm. The Kievan Rus player, he did push in some of his units, but they pretty much broke right away, so now he's trying to break their resolve with archer fire. You can see those crossbows actually retreated. They're down to 30 men. And these archers are getting quite depleted as well, these Free Company longbowmen. Oh yeah, getting some good kills, that's for sure. And it doesn't even look like the longbows are firing back for some reason. They just keep looking back to see how many men are still left in the unit. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so that unit's going to be destroyed very, very soon. The catapult is readjusted as well. You can see he's firing on some of the reserve units. The Scutafari Cathari is getting quite depleted. Well, not quite depleted, but it's a start anyways. Here come my halberds, my dismounted Ritter finally coming into the engagement. And they should be able to do some decent damage to these spears. But again, I don't want to funnel too many units into this choke point at a time. I'm just going to funnel them in very, very slowly because these Scutafari Cathari... Oh, no! The catapult has been activated for the defending army. I actually forgot about that. Yeah, that's not a good sign. I'm actually, if you guys can see that, I'm focusing the catapult crew with my crossbows just to try to get them off the map quickly enough. Oh, I think some of my men are broken. Not over here, so that's good. But yeah, my halberds are getting, you know, more depleted than I would like because of that crossbow fire. You can see he's got some Free Company longbows and some ballistari over here. Looks like he's going to be firing down on my crossbows as well, which is really annoying. Yeah, look at that. My halberds are already starting to waver just from the amount of damage that they've taken. So now it's again down to this Assaultner. The County of Toulouse has pushed in some Milites Perfecti. It's a heavy melee infantry to kind of bolster the lines. But I've got a couple depleted units of Assaultner that I'm going to push into the engagement over on this flank as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other side here. Looks like we've got some archers that have used up their ammo. Now they're kind of, you know, taunting the spears. He's just lining up his troops, getting ready for a second wave. I would just charge into the spear unit. And there we go. Just like I said, he's going to be pushing forwards and taking on this spear unit again. Now this spear unit, it still has 109 men, so it's lost 11 men, and it's already killed 40. So it's definitely cost effective if you're going as Toulouse in a siege battle to bring this Scutafuri Cathari. For sure. My halberds did come back from routing, so I pushed them back into the battle. And as you can see, I broke his catapult crew, which really sucks for him because he did have quite a few pieces of ammo left. And it does rally, so he's going to try to get them out of there and out of the range of my crossbows. On the other side as well, his Ballistariae are finally starting to rout from our archer fire. So we are doing well. If we take a look at the man count, it's only killed about 800. We've killed about 800 as well, so it's kind of starting to catch up to him. Let's go ahead and kind of try to get right into the front line here. Most of the bodies that are on the ground right now are probably Holy Roman Empire troops. We've got more archer fire coming in. They're starting to take some casualties now just because they're exhausted. And looks like we got some more artillery fire coming in against these units. Whoops, sorry guys. Luckily, his Milites Gregari are still pretty much full health, so I think that the catapult can't really reach them over here. But again, this unit is starting to break the infantry. Westernized infantry is starting to waver again. Looks like this unit over here already broke and is returned. But he's bringing up some Birdie Shaxmen, which is good to see now. Hopefully they'll be able to turn the tide on that section. But it looks like the main building is in flames now, which is pretty awesome to see. Because if we lose this battle, at least, you know, the mayor or the commander has lost his palace. Yeah, and I've got all my Hanseatic infantry here lined up, and I'm just trying to fire over top of my men and just shower the Scutafuri Cathari with bolts.
They're all dead. Fire, you fools!
There we go. Oh, more of my infantry breaking and running back down the slope. That sucks. I'm trying to get my archers to fire over here, because as you can see, this spear unit is kind of in the open. But I should be pushing some more infantry up very, very soon. I've got another fresh unit of Assaultner waiting. And, ooh, getting some good hits, though, with my Hanseatic infantry. That stupid catapult crew is back. As you can see, they still have, like, 3/4 of their health left. Luckily, 2 of their catapults are destroyed, so they're not going to be getting as many men, as many shots off, I should say. But they have 9 men left. And I think, he's trying to escape them again from my archer fire. That's starting to crumble as well. Oh, but they still hold. This Scutafuri still holds. Look at that, they broke pretty much all of my infantry, which is insane. Here comes some more of the archer fire coming in. Oh, I love him. I don't know if this is the same in Attila, but I love in 1212 just like you can hear the sound of the bolt hitting the metal armor and like piercing through. very disgusting, but also pretty cool. So again, just trying to weaken them down. I don't want to let them rest up too much. I want to keep them exhausted. You can see for somehow this unit of Scutafuri Cathari is fresh again, and this one is only active. But yes, here we go. My ally is starting to fire his catapult into this defense. Oh, really breaking them apart. And at this point, the County of Toulouse is going to push his men forwards into mine. You can see he already has a unit fighting down here of swords. So he's going to try to push his spears down as well to protect them from the artillery fire. But this is starting to kind of move into my favor now because they're starting to break from their very tight formations. Like, they're not in spear wall anymore, so that's good for me. Oh my goodness. That just got so many kills. Wow. These poor Toulouse units. We have to be careful, though, that he's not getting too much friendly fire on my men. Let's see what it would look like from up this tower here. Couple of units are on fire, as you can see. But I think, has that broken them, finally? Yes, yes. One of the spear units is broken. This unit of Milites Perfecti is almost broken. We have another Milites Perfecti unit, but it's quite depleted. But he smartly left one of his units of spears still here, so he didn't push all 4 of his units down, which is quite good. He's really being conservative, and that's what you have to do in 2 versus 1 sieges, just because he's working with so much less funds than we are. Any minute, though, I'm just waiting for these units of infantry to break. Oh, that's the catapult crew, I think. I finally broke them for good. Yes, I did. One guy left in that crew. Let's see how we're looking on the other side. Still having a really tough time. I guess another unit of Milites Grigari is pushed forwards into the Kievian Rus lines. So that's really going to help these spears hold on for much, much longer. But there are some Birdie Shaxmen in the mix, which is good. Oh, the halberds are pushing past the spears just to kind of get that charge bonus off to maybe break some wavering infantry units. Looks like we got a catapult crew in here as well. I don't know if that's maybe the bombard crew or... Oh yeah, that's the catapult crew, so he must be out of ammo in his catapult now. Yeah, it looks like. Alright, so still not much has changed over here. I'm just trying to ignore this one unit. I just don't care about it. I want to push forwards. But he keeps catching my unit up. There we go, and it's finally broken. So now we can push back up the hill, but what is this? Another V for Victory defense has been set up. Another unit of Milites Grigari is being pushed forwards. Or sorry, this is another unit of Scutafuri. So yeah, we're pretty much right back to where we started. Excellent, excellent play by the County of Toulouse player. I am trying to use up my throwing axes from the Assaultner. They do have a ranged attack. There we go. Set up again.
Strike low! Strike low! Into their bellies! Kill! How many more times?
I'm not sure what I'm waiting for. I think I'm just gonna try and pepper them down with my headsetic infantry again.
Do not go quiet!
Let my units rest a bit.
Suffer!
But I am pushing forward one of my units of Ritter over to this side. And I've got a unit of Assaultner over here already. Just because I see that it's kind of a struggle to get through on this flank, but it looks like it's going to be easier than on my side. But he does have another unit of spears that are ready to make a secondary stand. So I'm bringing forward some of my halberds just so I can kind of break down the spear wall. Because actually, as far as I know, I don't think that the Kievan Rus brought any halberd units at all. That's why it's been so difficult. Most of his infantry is just British Axemen and Westernized infantry. And the British Axemen technically should be a halberd unit, but they're just considered heavy melee infantry. But they do have some decent melee damage and good defense. So yeah, it's hard to say. But that's what I'm looking at, is that this is going to be the way that we'll break into the keep, getting through on this side. That other spear unit's almost just taunting us. Like, yeah, you can break through those two units, but then you're going to have to march your exhausted troops up this ramp and take us on. Yeah, here we go. Here's my Ritter. Just about to charge them into battle. I think I do even put them into wedge formation as well, just to kind of be able to penetrate just that little extra bit into these stupid spears that just will not break. There we go.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
So we are ready to charge forwards. There they go. Right up to the top. So hopefully that's going to give us some advantage on that side. The Milites Gregari and the Spears are getting quite depleted over there, so that's not a good sign for the County of Toulouse. Meanwhile, over here, I pushed up again with some more infantry, but we've got some Milites Gregari and some Milites Perfecti that are holding out here with the spears. So it's almost like it's even more difficult than it was before to start off with. I am focusing all my crossbows on this unit of halberds, though, because I know that's where I'm going to be able to get my kills. It looks like the spears are pushing forwards a little bit farther to try to keep us from moving up onto the ramp, or onto the top of the ramp, I should say. Just every attempt to force my way through has been unsuccessful. Oops. Looks like we got the general here as well. He's probably going to try to pop a rally of some sort to keep his men from breaking, because the halberds, their morale is quite low. But then again, so are my halberds. How are we looking over here? We did manage to break the Milites Grigari, so really all that's left that's holding here is this depleted unit of spears. Oh, looks like the unit of halberds has come back from routing too, which is annoying. But you can start to see a couple of units of westernized infantry pushing through these spears, so the lines are getting quite thin. The Birdie Shack's been really hammering the shields. Oh, another unit being pushed in as well. Probably a little too many men into this one choke point. I would have had a little bit less. I do have this unit of Assaultner, but there's no way I need to commit it. We already have a ton of infantry. Another unit of archers is being committed as well. That is a lot of men in that one area. Got the general probably going over to the other side to rally his men. Another unit of Assaultner are pushing forwards just in time as my units are really starting to waver. I'm going to bring up my general as well to get a rally going to stop these men from breaking. How are we looking on the man count? 2,200, so he's killed 1,700 of us. And we've killed 1,500 of him. The only problem is he only has 600 men left, basically. And we've got about 2,000. The Scutafari are pushing forwards again, just trying to force our men to retreat back down the ramp. Are we looking on the last choke point? The general's bodyguard is right here in behind, just trying to keep his men in line. Luckily for us, though, that Scutafari Cathari is broken. Scutafari Cathari. And we're just going to quickly push up here into this next unit of spears. So this is like the last line of defense before the city is ours. Because if we can break through on this one flank, then we'll be able to break the other flank as well. One of my halberds is like, he's like just cheering. He's not even fighting. He's like, come on, we got this. Joined by the heavy Birdie Shacksmen, right, fighting side by side with the Holy Roman Empire Ritter. But as for Toulouse, I think that he's pretty much out of infantry, so he doesn't really have anything else that he can send over here. Yeah, that's really it. Most of his heavy infantry have come over to this flank to try to keep me from breaking through. He's got another unit of halberds over here as well. But his first unit of halberds is very depleted, and the spears are definitely getting there. But very, very good stand so far by the County of Toulouse. Especially for just being one man to last almost an hour in this battle is just incredible. Now, mind you, he did only have 2 choke points, and he does have some very good units to hold those choke points with. But I think he just was he had very good battlefield awareness, always watching either side to see where he needs to send more men. Forward for victory! Come on, break down that spear wall. General's bodyguard is over here as well. Not sure what Raymond of Toulouse is wanting to do. Oh, it looks like he's going for a charge. Interesting. He's actually going to knock down a lot of his own spears there. I would not have done that. Because that kind of breaks up their spear wall. Oh, very clever. He's actually trying to move them out of the way so that he can get his general to get a good charge in here. Still, most of them are going to be in the backs of his own men, but yeah, just forcing dozens of our troops back down the ramp. But unfortunately for him, that has opened up this side for attack. So now we'll be able to kind of flood in around these spears. He's going to go for another charge, looks like. Yeah, he's getting some decent charges on this little corner here. But, yeah, probably not going to break all the units that we have there. As far as this flank, how we looking? I think I'm about to charge my cav up here. I'm just going to try to push forwards with brute force. Yeah, here comes my heavy German knights, my Ritter. Just trying to force my way through with anything that I have left. Still going for some charges with the general over here. I wonder how many kills he's gotten so far. 105 kills. Very, very nice with the general. But unfortunately, as he keeps pulling out like this, you can see that he's starting to get more and more depleted. And the spears have been pushed right out of the way. Oh, there's the general. He's actually been slain. And you can see I'm pulling some of my German knights through. Unfortunately, they're starting to waver just from the amount of casualties that they've taken pulling through here. But I think it was worth it, you know, especially being this late game. Just to kind of catch the general. He was already slain at this point. But if he wasn't, he would have been bad news bears anyways. So we got them fighting here. And then I'm actually just going to push my soldiers right back. And then charge into the backs of these Scutafari that are still holding strong. But yeah, they did definitely kill a lot of my cavalry. That's for sure. But they are finally starting to waver from being attacked in the rear. Coming down to the last 30 seconds of the battle. The Scutafari is definitely going to cut up my German knights, though. just being such a high-quality spear unit.
The enemy? What are they? Goats and little gods.
Oh, and I think they've broken. Yep, there they go.
Help is coming.
And now I'm starting to push through my men, and I think that is it. Yes. Very, very epic battle. It was a close victory, even though it was a 2 versus 1. So yeah, he was basically outnumbered 2 to 1 as far as the man count is. But taking a look at my men, so a couple of my Ritter units doing not too bad. My Assaultner doing pretty solid, Archers doing solid, Cav not so much. I kind of used them late game, but pretty poorly. And looking at the Kievan Rus, a couple of units of his Westernized infantry didn't do too bad. His archers did good. The British Axemen, well, these two didn't see any battle, but these two, they did alright. Catapult getting 122 kills, so that was helpful. And looking at Overlord 14, his Scutafari, for spear units, that is insane kills too. Usually they're just meant to hold, but they don't get many kills. But they just carved up my men. And then the Militates Gregaria all doing really solidly. His Militates Perfecti, not so much, but his archers doing okay as well. And the General, committing really late game within the last 5 minutes and still getting 130 kills. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like to see some more content in Medieval Kingdoms 1212 AD. And I will see you in the next one.